Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. In the last episode we explored the Quiet Sea here and we became a member of a cult. Today I think we're going to try and find Wobbly Juxta Mare, because our terror is getting a little bit out of control and it's one of the few places that's quite easy to lower your terror here from what I remember. I think it's going to be over here, so let's... You guys don't sell any fuel or anything, do you? No. So let's just set off. Maybe I should think about trying to find a way. The Most Serene Mausoleum sells fuel and supplies, so that's not too far away. Hopefully. I don't know what this terror is here. Oh, it's the sun, isn't it? Of course. It's the judgment. It's the dead sun. Hopefully we have enough fuel to try and find it. We're looking for a sea of mist. And flukes! Speaking of flukes... Oh no. I'm not even going to try, guys. They are not very nice. I don't have butchery, do I? No. Uh-oh. Oh god, that's a time distillation? No. Oh, what is happening? Oh my god. No, no, no. The Sanctified, huh? In this place... But it's two places. The sky remembers the sea. Interact? What am I interacting with? Oh god, it's the Avid horizon, huh? Two vast winged statues guard the Avid horizon, the door through which Londoners passed from beneath into the wilderness. It does not open. A wooden mooring post has been hammered into the ice before the watchers. It is a gesture towards a tradition from before the wilderness, from a sunless sea, when the condemned could beg for forgiveness on the most distant shore. We can explore the threshold. What might you find on this bleak waste? This was only ever a place to pass through, never a destination. Bitter cold rhymes every surface. A merciful wind passes without effort, through even your skysuit, your flesh, your lungs. You will not stay here for long. Ah, a sign has been hammered onto the pillar. If you've done something that can't be forgiven, if there is no place left to run, if you would seek refuge with the gentleman, record your name and crime. It is barely legible under a thick coat of frost. What lies beneath its frozen coat? You pick scraps of paper from the post. A fragmentary catalogue of sin. Each describes a crime, a betrayal, but nothing new to you. The London press has already chewed through these events with relish. The brutalities make for grim reading all the same. But one remorse-filled confession of murder swears it'll never hurt a person again. Perhaps that is, in some way, a comfort. Our terror has fallen, which is very nice. Okay, wait, hang on. If this is the Avid horizon, where the bloody hell am I going? I'd like to not be at the Avid horizon now. Ain't mine. Come on. Oh dear. Bye. Okay, we're out of the terror zone. Wait, what's that? Hang on a minute, there's a port over there. Hang on. I accidentally pressed the bat button and I must have found the port. Is it the embassy, maybe? The embassy, yeah, that's not a word. The embassy. Oh, the Sulapsarians? Okay, we go. I will take that terror reduction. Yeah, the home bureau. It's fine, don't worry. Perfect. Perfect parking. The Avid horizon consists of three parts. The home office, clinging to a pillar of ice. The gate, through which Londoners entered the sky, flanked by its towering statues. And the quiet sea, whose waters are home to those left behind. Approaching the Avid horizon, the very edge of the high wilderness, the border between now and then, here and there, the skies and earth. A few lonely buildings of the port face the great gate of the Avid horizon. Bordered by two vast winged statues, the gate towers over the shrouded sea that divided the port and the gate. The other side of the gate opens far beneath the earth on the bleak shore of a subterranean sea. London rested there for a while Her Majesty was indisposed with grief. A handful of years ago, though, she led an exodus of Londoners through the Avid horizon and into the sky. You were among them. Do you remember how you came to this place? A memory of labour. The ministry went north, you went with it, because our origin was auditor. When Her Renewed Majesty turned her attention to the stars, the ministry was to be the principal instrument of her will. No longer would it languish in London's cavern. You were not given a choice. Your ticket was booked, the hour of your departure appointed. You left on a steamship bound for the frozen north. Weeks later, through the northern ice and the dark beneath the world, you reached the gate. Its statues loomed like giants. The door was open, and the space within was filled with suns and stars and light. Here, the real work began. The Home Office occupies a stately, albeit crumbling, manor house on the edge of an icy precipice high above the quiet sea. Once thousands passed through its elegant halls on their way into Albion. The gate is closed now, though, and has been for over a year. No one comes through, and no one leaves. Now only a skeleton crew staffs it, only a handful of incomers remain, stuck here waiting for pardons or permissions that never came. Her Renewed Majesty has a long memory we can compile. Port report? No one pays attention to the horizon anymore. Perhaps they should. A few bureaucrats stationed at the Avid horizon for one departmental sin or another reside in desperate melancholy. Those detained within the faded confines of the bureau are almost reconciled to their fate, listlessly hoping for a reprieve from London that will likely never come. Beyond the bureau, the sea and the sky lingers like morning mist. Exiles dwell there on tethered ships strung together, dwarfed by the eternal and uncaring statues that mark the gate to a home that cannot be returned to. We could drop the devil off here. Best let him get whatever it might be out of his system. Know what that's about. We can present ourselves at the Home Office. Protocol is everything when it comes to dealing with London's bureaucracy, even at this outpost. Especially at this outpost. The acting senior Promenade is responsible for monitoring all those trapped at the Home Office. The detainees forbidden entry to Albion, with no way back through the gate. He sits behind a little desk in the echoing hallway of the manor. He keeps 3 things on his desk: a wind-up clock and 2 battered mugs. He surveys you coolly. You're welcome to take a look around, though we have precious little in the way of diversions. Have you been out on the flotilla? I must ask you not to pay too much attention to the cultists, and if you have not, I'd recommend staying away. There are good reasons they were never allowed into Albion. A clock sounds. The acting senior Promenade startles and checks his watch. He tuts. Early. We can take tea here. It's going to cost me 30 sovereigns. That's expensive tea. There's always time here. The Home Office supplements its meagre funds with a haphazard tea room, open for the occasional visitor. Let's try it. Steeped and stewed, the tea has lingered in the Home Office for a very long time. An elderly detainee leans in conspiratorially. Much better than a few years back. It's improved with age, matured. The detainee is quickly shuffled away, so that you can enjoy your tea in peace. My terror fell. Not by much, but if you're desperate, I guess what can you do? We can inquire about the sea. How can there be a sea in the sky? A satisfactory scientific answer has yet to be presented. Theories have sprouted like mushrooms in this place. Some say that when the gate was opened, the undersea spilled through, filling the sky like a leaky tap fills a sink, until Her Majesty's government was able to plug it. Others believe the sea to be a variously and effluvia of the murdered sun, amniotic fluid to support the generation of a new sun. The fault of the Royal Society, an industrial accident covered up by one of the work worlds, the tears of Her renewed Majesty for her dead prince. To reach the sea now, one must travel to the stair of the sea, along the ice shelf from the Home Office. We can watch the sea. The great glass windows at the south of the office look out on the misty waters. There's precious little else to do here. Peering into the wisps of white mists that dance across the shrouded sea, you can make out a few boats drifting towards the gate. Its statues are hidden, aside from a few pinpricks of light dancing near their crowns. Below the office, the shoreline is clogged with rotten flowers and ruined offerings from the cultists that live on the sea. Perhaps they were rejected. Perhaps they were never received. We've exhausted these opportunities. Return in 15 days. We got a vision of the heavens and our terror fell yet again. I can still... Oh no, I can't entertain a request. Well, I guess we'll have to come back in 15 days. Let's carry on our search. Wait, actually, second thoughts. Do they sell fuel and supplies? Before I run off. Oh, they do have unseasoned hours. We don't really need any of that. They sell supplies. I'll pick up one just for the sake of it. Do I have something for caddy of dried tea? I do not. Right. Let's carry on our exploration. I didn't actually press buy on those supplies, did I? God damn it. Hang on. Right. Let's carry on our search, shall we? If we're lucky, we'll find more sea. Something tells me I won't be very lucky though. That tends to be how it goes, and I'm probably going to find some sort of horrendous terror. I'm trying to think of some of the other locations. We'll know we're close when the background gets a little misty, and it is looking misty. Like here. Should I send out the bat? Oh god, what's this? This doesn't look like something I was expecting. Let's send out the bat, see if he finds anything. Oh, we found something down here, okay. Hopefully not more flukes. Lunches, Grant. 69 experience. Always nice. Is it going to be something I could mine, or is it going to just be a saying, which will be very annoying? Oh no, it's something I can mine. Okay, don't summon something horrible. I'm actually going to kill this Takadi, I think. Well, I'm going to try anyway. Oh god. Ow. Yeah, bye. See you later. Good lord, good lord. I always forget that Albion is just full of very nasty stuff. Oh, we found nothing. Okay. I'm starting to think this might not have been the right direction. I guess it could be down here. Let's just keep going. We still have the fuel here. This is going to be a little bit of an exploration heavy episode, I feel. I'm going to send the bat out again in a moment. Get to like here. Find something for me, buddy. Nothing to report, huh? What is this? Huh, it's an exhaust. For something, good lord. Oh, good thing we don't have to worry about pollution in the skies. Otherwise we might be in trouble. I think I've just found my way back into like the outskirts of London, which is not quite what I had in mind. I will be honest. Let's send out the bat again. A colourful constellation gleams in the window. The gaudy lights bedecking a seaside town. Oh my god, I've done it. Let's go. I think we found it. Is this Wobbly Jestermere? It could be Perdurance, I guess, but I think it's Wobbly Jestermere. Yeah, I love this place. It's so cool. But this is the sort of like foggy sea I was trying to describe. Where's the port? Did I fly straight past it? That's not very smart. Oh yeah, there it is. Good lord. We're going to spend some time having a quick look around here for sure. Workers in neat uniforms guide your locomotive to rest. Tourist engines rest alongside trading engines. Crews trade gossip and delicacies. Signs in block capitals make abundantly clear that this is a place for pleasure. Welcome to Wobbly Jestermere. Wobbly Jestermere dazzles like a Fabergé egg, lamp-lit, rich brass and Britain in brogue. In the distance, carnival music mixes with faint cheering. A queue twists and snarls along the dock. Visitors are not allowed to just stroll into the port. They must be admitted. Every fortnight, the Bureau of Entertainment holds a lottery to give out a number of pauper passes, which grant free admittance. The queue for these is long, but it's not the only way into the port. So we could exchange ministry-approved literature for condemned experiments. We don't have any of that. But we can bypass the queue at the insistence of the authorities. A fox-jawed man, smartly dressed in cobalt, takes notice of you. He crooks a finger. First time visiting Wobbly Jestermere, eh? Come on over then. The representative of the Bureau of Entertainments introduces himself. We are a department of the Ministry of Public Decency, but we're entirely autonomous. We run this port for the benefit of weary travellers. He leads you past a queue that doesn't even bother to grumble. Yes, I know. Queue jumping is terribly uncouth, but would you rather be mingling with the proletariat when you could be enjoying our port? And I'm sure once you've seen what we have to offer, you'll need to come back again. He leads you to a fitting station. Everyone goes through this. There's a dress code. The Bureau of Entertainments wishes to encourage industrious captains to patronise the port. To this end, on a captain's first visit, they are allowed in both without charge and without having to queue. The courtier is exquisitely attired. Burgundy tailcoat, cravat, brocaded vest in iron and ink, breeches, boots, and a smile like a shark. Periodically he checks a brass pocket watch, while his grin lengthens and diminishes in turns. He is here to supervise the attire of new visitors to the port. In Wobbly, everyone dresses up in the heady styles of 50 years ago. The Bureau of Entertainment provides suitable attire for all visitors. Which article of clothing are you going to base your choice of outfit around? Choice of outfit has no impact on the port, it's merely an outlet for your whimsy. I do love a good bit of whimsy. So we can receive an explanation. The courtier flicks a glance at you. I'm sure you know the spiel, but I'm obliged to repeat it. Let's go. In a droll voice, the courtier, who could be anywhere between 17 and 39, exclaims, Warbly Justamer is the perfect holiday destination, enhanced by visitor adherence to the dress code. Do not fear, it is all to enhance the experience you have while with us. In addition, and as a reassurance about the stringless nature of our generosity, I should inform you the mists are corrosive and will eat through your regular garments. We provide access to a full wardrobe of coats, waistcoats, frock coats, dresses, dress shirts, breeches, boots, bustiers, and more to ensure your own remain intact. We love to see familiar faces. It wouldn't do to put you off. Now pick one item and I'll choose an outfit that suits it. So a hat. What a dizzying cornucopia of grotesquely perfect millinery. London would weep in envy. A dress shirt, why not both? Awaiting your attention are armoires heaving with lace and leather, silk and cashmere, everything that had ever elicited the envy of another. A finely tailored coat. Draped across an army of smiling porcelain mannequins is an armament of coats in every size, all sumptuously designed, all perfect, just like you. A skirt, or maybe a kilt, or bustle, or breeches, a glimmering sea of fabrics, tooled to fit any waistline or hips. Line an enormous walk-in closet. Through the frills you see undergarments. Oh my. Some fabulous footwear. Of all the finery on display, the footwear is possibly the most avant-garde, with fashions that border on ludicrous. Exciting. Let's go with a finely tailored coat. I do love a good finely tailored coat. Courtier calls two women from a door you hadn't realized was there. They are tall, sinewy and sepia-skinned, with the bluest eyes. As before, as always, my assistants will do everything they can for you, my lady. The women are efficient but impersonal, their attention bereft of interest. Whenever you attempt to don something that doesn't quite fit your ensemble, they remove the offending garment and replace it with an inventory of superior options. When you finally dismiss the woman, Courtier considers you for a long moment. He turns to a wardrobe and hands you several garments, all your size. Once you are dressed, he dismisses you, shooing you into Warbly Juxtamer. So, Warbly Juxtamer is precisely like every other weekend destination, shabbier than advertised and bristling with ways to spend more money than intended. Let's write a port report. Those who are anybody and those who are nobody come here to relax. The port's coming and goings could be informative. In the face of candy floss, guards are let down. Presented with this much tea, defences are dropped. This could have been a good place to gather information. Unfortunately, the screams of the donkeys render eavesdropping impossible. Still, even by itself, a list of visitors is certainly worth something. We have a quest to check the clock, so let's do that. Festival preparations are in full swing. A glance up at the clock tells you at once that they had better speed up. The 3 days they think they have left is closer to 3 hours. Your horological office pocket watch affords you access to the port's primary clock, from which others in the area get their time. You unpack your tools to begin. Assorted screwdrivers, brushes, pliers, tweezers, a small bottle of oil, a jeweller's loop. So we can either correct the time and date, this port has drifted from Albion Standard Time, or we can sabotage the clock. You have your reasons and nobody's watching. Let's correct the time. You return to the pier to find guests who had been looking forward to celebrating the Festival of the Sea instead surrounded by half-painted decorations, bunting still in its crates, and tables laden with undercooked meats that ooze when pierced. Warbly rummages to the sounds of disappointment, displeasure, and later, intense food poisoning. We gained 150 sovereigns. The strength of the sun is going up or down? I don't actually know. We've been promoted to apprentice second class. We have to return to the horological office to get another mission. Wonderful. Right, we can attend an exclusive exhibition of portraits. That sounds exciting. A popular portraitist is displaying his latest works. Your connections among the bohemian set has secured you a ticket. The popular portraitist has found success with impressionist portraits of his latest muse, who is, he claims, a devil. A small crowd of refined tastes mingle, drink adequate wine, and concoct elaborate theories on the messages hidden in the paintings. We can examine the portraits. Each depicts his muse, who is, people speculate, his mistress, in a different pose or tableau, and is prefixed the portrait of a devil. His work is striking. In each piece he takes his muse's perfect features. Her delicate lips, her impeccable nose, her amber eyes, the parabolic arches of her eyebrows, and arranges them in impossible configurations upon her face. In a study in solemnity, one of her eyes gazes at you from the centre of her forehead. In To Muse at Midnight, her mouth splays diagonally across a cheek. We can follow him to the muse's residence. Where is he keeping her, and who is she really? You could lurk outside the gallery and follow him when he leaves. He leaves late, one hand securing his hat against a stiff sea breeze. You follow him beneath the lampposts and into a tangle of back streets and yards, where he vanishes after rounding a corner. It is as if he disappeared into the shadows beyond the gaslight. Where did he go? Maybe I had to pick up his trail elsewhere in Warbly. Well, you know, you have to take a donkey ride, right? Apparently we can attend an exhibition again though, but let's go on a donkey. No trip to Warbly's complete without a donkey ride. A man in a candy-striped suit bellows, while his donkey drools a string of iridescent tumours. How can you resist? This donkey ride is more momentous than others. The herd spots something small and broken-backed on the shore. With a scream, they lurch towards their prey, leaving you to cling for dear life. On the bright side, at least they're quick about the kill. You are returned to the paddock of nervous customers, intact and only moderately traumatized. Their terror's fallen. The longer you spend in Warbly Just a Mare, the easier it is to spot the flaws in the facade. There, another detail. Not quite right. What else can we do here? Path to the beach? No trip to Warbly is complete without a jaunt along the beach. You should stroll down to the shore where the mists wait in glittering coils. This is a beach. Of course it is a beach. What else could it be? It is a stretch of pale particulates and roiling mists. The air smells of salt and things that mummified in the sun, of cinnamon and licorice. It is pebbles and grains of blue glass, tendrils of something curious and organic, worm-like growths tufting through the sediment. This is exactly what beaches are. You lazily wander back towards the arcade, your clothes soaked from the proximity of the mists. We do something else in the exhibition of portraits, let's see. We can ask about his work and his muse. You hear the devils are not pleased with his work. The brazen magistrate in London has called his work a spiteful and irresponsible act of artistic calumny. Carillion's presiding deviless calls him a grisly panderer of avaricious character. The portraitist pales. If hell is angry with me, he says, imagine their opinion of my muse. No, do not ask me about her, I will say nothing. Technically, the devils who followed London into the heavens are unaffiliated with hell, which they left behind. They are pariahs now. Still, old terminologies die hard, especially among those inclined to poetry. Take my leave? I could succumb to the wiles of rubbery lumps. A wax paper cone brimming with rubbery lumps sounds just about perfect. It tastes precisely as advertised. Hot, rubbery, faintly sweet, with a dashing of mirin and brown sugar, and an aftertaste reminiscent of roasted berries, like a memory of better days. You graze on a palmful of lumps before you put the rest away. Hey, my terror has fallen. Your clothes are threadbare. Oh no. I think we have time for one more thing. Let's stop at a charming tea room. Tea is always a good idea. In a universe of horrors, tea is never wrong. The assistant pressures you into ordering today's special. A slice of sesame cake layered with chocolate. And masala chai. The former's superb, the latter adequate. Either way, you regret nothing. It appears traditional for patrons here to abscond with one piece of cutlery. Something you can slip into your pocket. A teaspoon, a butter knife, a little pot for the jam. Whatever best reminds them of the tea room. As such, you do the same. No reason to be impolite. Oh no. We need to leave swiftly. Cold frissions down your spine, dragging your attention southward. Oh dear, your clothes are in tatters. See, if we have another option, if we have discovered something in the off-season, but we have not. There is more to see here than meets the eye. And we shall have to return. Your beautiful garments are nothing but rags now. Well-dressed onlookers gawk and giggle, whisper and point. You look bedraggled, shabby, and worst of all, unfashionable. But I think for now, I'm going to end this episode here. We shall carry on our expeditions around Albion in the next. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel. It really is appreciated. And as always, I'll see you next time.